Hello and welcome to the Critically Clueless. Today we are reviewing Catan on console. Now this has recently been released on console platform. It's on the PlayStation 5, the Xbox and Steam as well. Now it's been published by Dovetail Games and developed by Nomad Games. It will set you back around £20. Now, Catan is originally a board game that has been reimagined onto the console for us to play. Now, within it, it is predominantly a resource game. You have to go around collecting 5 different resources in order to earn yourself victory points. The idea is you turn these resources into development cards, you build the longest road, you build the longest army, you earn yourself those victory points. First to 10 victory points wins the game. It's as simple as that. Now, there is actually a tutorial in this game. It does a pretty good job of explaining the bare bones basics. The tutorial was actually voice acted. It's actually a few little videos, and it kind of goes through the different systems, the different ideas behind winning this game. I thought it did a pretty good job, to be fair. This is a strategy game after all. You've got to kind of, manipulate your way into victory, because this is also a trading game. You have 3 different players that you are trading off, right? It's AI and online. It's also couch co-op, which is kind of cool. So you can play it with up to 4 different players, but you have to trade with these players in order to get the resources that you actually want and need. And of course, you can set your limits. Like, for instance, let's say I needed 1 wheat. Well, I could trade them for sheep. But, if I was feeling a little bit not so generous, I'm going to say no. It's only 1 sheep per wheat or whatever the other team want. Let's say they're trying to trade off you, and you've got to go back and forth to kind of meet in the middle here. So the trading system works pretty good. It's interesting that this game kind of relies on trading, because if you don't trade at all, and if no one trades, then no one's going to be really getting many resources. The game's going to take a longer time to complete. So I kind of like that they add this in. It adds to the strategy involved in this game. Now, there's not too many moving pieces or different things you have to work on. This is a card game. This is a dice game. It's a bit of strategy and resource management to boot. What you see is what this game has to offer. This is it in its entirety. There are a few pretty cool cards. The artwork looks pretty good. There isn't any voice acting once you're actually playing the game itself. It's just about collecting those resources, earning those victory points, and eventually winning this game. But you know what? This game plays really well. I haven't had any bugs, any faults whatsoever. This game's worked absolutely as intended. I'm pleased to say that, because this is a smaller game. This isn't a absolutely huge game. I think it's releasing about right for the kind of length of game this is. Every individual game that I've played has taken around half an hour. The first game I think was a little bit slower. Didn't really know what I was doing. I personally was a little bit clunky. The game itself was fine. So it's a good length of game, and you kind of rinse and repeat. Now, this game has only just launched, so multiplayer might have taken a second or two to actually find people, but the multiplayer itself seems to be working fine as well, which is absolutely great. It's good to see this game's working as intended for what it actually is. And although this game doesn't offer a huge amount of content, I think for the price, value for money, the fact that it's a couch co-op game as well. Personally, I love couch co-op games, so big respect for anyone that's willing to put that into your game. It means this is a game that I can play with my family, with my friends, have an absolute bubble. It's actually a game that I've been seeing everywhere on TikTok, on Facebook, in the shops as well, down my local game shops. I've seen this board game about. So it's one that I've wanted to pick up, have a little go. Pleased to say I have enjoyed my experience in it so far. And I think £20 is value for money, especially considering the board game itself is around £50 depending on what shop you actually buy it in. Now, unfortunately, I think some people are going to be looking at this as a strategy game. They're going to be wanting to do a little bit of combat. There isn't any real combat or any combat at all in this game whatsoever. This is just like, you're getting those victory points to earn yourself the win. 10 victory points is the win. To get a victory point, you need to make yourself a little town, upgrade that town into a city. The more towns you have, the more victory points you have. Having the world's longest road, for instance, or the world's biggest army, you can also get yourself markets and extra little development cards to earn yourself victory points, which you will reveal at the end if you manage to acquire enough to claim victory. It's certainly an interesting little game, and one that I'm really glad that has come to console and kind of, opened up to a bigger audience. Hopefully more people will see this, more money will get put into these type of games, and we get to see more of them made. Now, unfortunately, there's no real story to this game. This is a complete, board game to console port. So nothing really has been added at all. So it has no story. It is what it is. But I'm still really, really enjoying my experience in this game. It's one that I'm going to be playing, going to be teaching to my daughter, playing with my missus, and hopefully playing with friends as well, both online and at home. So I'm going to give this game a 7 out of 10. It sets out to do exactly what it does, and it does it really well. I think this game has been very well executed, and I'm pleased to see it finally here. And if you're looking for more Catan players, let me know down in the comments. Very interested to know if you pick this game up, if you're wanting to play with more people. Maybe you want a game with me, or just see who else is in the comments. This does appear to be cross-platform as well, which I think really helps. And we do also have an active and growing Discord, so maybe think about joining the Discord if you're looking for more Catanian players. Of course, the link for that is down in the description. But if you've stuck around to the very end of the review, don't forget to comment red banana down below, just to confuse all those people that are new to the channel or that didn't watch to the very end. And don't forget, I have actually released a dystopian cyberpunk. It's my very first novel, 7 Broken and Bound, and it's available on Amazon, both as paperback and ebook, and it's completely free if you have Kindle Unlimited. Once again, the link for that is down in the description. But until next time, I've been a Mark, we've been a Critically Clueless, and I'll see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.